Look what this is. Okay, I have had a lot of you ask me advice about going to Disney World. And I thought that's awesome. And I thought, well, why are people asking me about Disney World stuff? And then I was like, oh, duh, because we go all the time. So I wanted to share with you some of my tips on bringing toddlers to Disney World. Because yes, it's magical. Yes, we love to go to Disney. We are season pass holders because we live only like an hour and a half away. So we like to go like once a month. But we have learned some tips and tricks about making sure that we enjoy the day without getting exhausted, because even though it's the happiest place on the planet, it really is like magical. There are some mistakes that you can make as parents or assumptions you can make that would ruin your day, and that could cause a very cranky toddler. So I've compiled a list that I want to share with you guys that I hope helps. Some of the things on the list are things like it is okay to go back to your room during nap time. Because with kids, unless you have a lot of adults there who can watch your kids while you go do roller coasters, with kids, there are tons of rides that you can ride, but the kids are going to enjoy it if you pick like the top 5. You literally do not have to ride every single ride on you don't have to ride every single thing at Disney World. Okay, I know it sounds fun and it's exciting. It's like if you've never been before, then you want to experience it all. But if you like ask around, ask advice for like the top 7 rides, the top 5 rides, if you go and enjoy the day and enjoy the food, enjoy the parades, you're going to have a fantastic time. So you're not overwhelming or exhausting yourself, your children, but you have it all planned out. Another tip is that if you are going with children, you can set up your fast passes ahead of time. You can download the app where you can select which rides you want to go on, and you can go ahead and reserve your spot for specific times so you can plan out your day. Another trick that we have learned is that you can get a parent swap. Dun, dun, dun. Here's the magic part of it. You can get a parent swap. So let's say Nick schedules that we get a fast pass for the Magic Carpet ride or the Dumbo ride, okay? And he has that scheduled for 3 o'clock. Well, Leland loves those rides, so what I'll do is I'll take Leland in the ride, Nick will stay back with Everett, and I will ride that ride with Leland. However, at the front, before we go in, before we scan our badge, I'll say, hey, can I have a parent swap? And what that means, it's designed for parents who have to, one goes with the child to ride a ride, and the other has to stay at base with the baby who maybe not be able to ride the ride, because the toddler might want to ride with both parents. So Disney is so proactive or so forthright in their thinking that they're like, well, we want to provide a chance where both parents can ride with the kid to have that magical moment without having to wait in line again. So they offer a parent swap card. So when we get to the line, we scan our badge. We don't have to wait in line because we got that fast pass. We get a parent swap. So I go in, I ride the ride with Leland. Nick comes out. He can use his fast pass. Okay, he doesn't have to use that parent swap. He can use his fast pass, ride the ride again with him. And then later on in the day, if we want to go back and ride that ride again, we have the parent swap card, which means we get to cut in line again, which means we get to use that card to basically get at the front of line again as if it's equivalent to a fast pass. This might not make any sense to you. What I'm telling you is that there are some tips and tricks and suggestions even on what to eat, when to eat, where to eat that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm not an expert about Disney, but I do make sure that we have enough time to enjoy the day without exhausting ourselves, so nobody ends with like tantrums and meltdowns. I think that's only happened like once, and we go quite often. So we've stayed on property for a week before. Sometimes we just take day trips. So we'll give you guys all of our tips, okay? Hope that helps.